Our hearing for case 22680. Next case is case number 22519. This is an application of EOG Resources Incorporated for an order extending the field boundaries, amending the field rules for the Spotted Horn and/or Squaw Creek Bakken Pool to establish 1,280 acre spacing unit. All interested parties, please come forward.
Lawrence Bender, P.O. Box 1855, Bismarck. Appearing this matter on behalf of EOG Resources, Inc. Three witnesses, same three witnesses as we had in the previous case.
All right, the witnesses have previously been sworn in, so go ahead.
Ty, Exhibit L1.
Exhibit L1 shows the general location of the Squaw Creek Bakken Pool in southeastern McKenzie County, North Dakota.
L2.
L2 shows the Spotted Horn and Squaw Creek Bakken pools outlined in green and brown respectively. It shows the two 1,280 acre spacing units that are subject to this application in red and blue respectively. And EOG leasehold in yellow, EOG operated wells in black.
Okay, and L3.
L3 illustrates the two spacing units subject to this application. It also illustrates that there are lands in both spacing units that have not been subject to development. It also illustrates the setback relief being sought in this application from 500 feet along the west boundary of sections 30, 31 of 15094 and 6 and 7 of 14994 to the blue 250-foot setback illustrated along that same boundary.
No further questions.
Any questions from the staff? Next witness.
Kelly, G1 and G2.
G1 is the structure contours.
Oh, can you turn your mic on?
Sorry.
Thank you.
G1 is just the structure contours on the top of the Middle Bakken Reservoir in the area with the two spacing units shown, and the Matthew 1-20 well, which is the well, the type log shown in Exhibit G2.
Okay. No further questions.
Any questions from the staff? Next witness.
Michael, Exhibit E1A.
E1A shows the planned well paths for Middle Bakken, first, second, third, and fourth bench wells in this spacing unit.
E1B.
This is the cross-sectional view showing Middle Bakken spaced at 300, and then the Three Forks spacing, second bench at 800, third bench at 1300, fourth bench at 2350, and then the first bench done a little bit differently because of the existing diagonal well in section 7.
Okay, E2A.
This shows the plain view for sections 31 and 30 spacing unit showing Middle Bakken wells, first, second, third, and fourth bench Three Fork wells.
E2B.
This is a cross-sectional view, Middle Bakken spaced at 300, second bench at 800, third bench at 1300, fourth bench at 2350, and again the first bench spaced around the existing diagonal wells in section 31 and 30.
Okay, E4.
E4 is a example wellbore diagram for a Three Forks well showing casing, cement, and depths.
So, must have a different set of exhibits.
E4, I'm sorry.
E4 is
E4 is a type curve showing a Three Forks first bench well, the Mandaree 1207, estimated EUR of 324 MBO.
okay. E5.
E5 is a decline curve of the Bear Den 5-31, Three Forks first bench showing an estimated ultimate recovery of 315,000 barrels of oil.
Okay. E6.
E6 is the pertinent reservoir data showing original oil in place for a 1,280 acre space unit at 51 million barrels of oil.
E7.
E7 is a economic summary showing incremental return on investment of 3.03 on an investment of $285 million.
E8.
E8 is again the economic summary table for sections 30 and 31 showing a return on investment of 2.95 on an investment of $285 million.
And will the requested relief prevent waste, protect relative rights, and prevent the drilling of unnecessary wells?
Yes.
No further questions.
Any questions from the staff? Next witness?
Stewart, M1.
Yes, M1 is similar to the last case, is a map and a table showing the expansion plans underway in this area here. Our EOG's gas is committed by contract to Targa Badlands. And I will note that a couple of these projects are already in place, and since the last time I was here, we've increased our gas capture from about 70% to closer to 80% as a result of those two projects being completed.
No further questions. Offer the exhibits.
Exhibits will be received. Are there questions from the staff?
I guess I do have a question about the 250-foot setback, you know, on the offsetting this. Are there other applications from other operators that are offsetting this to also request the relief?
Actually, the genesis of this request for setback relief was a dialogue that we've had over the past 2 or 3 months with QEP, who offsets us in section 25 and 36 of 150.95 and in section 1 of 149.95. And the two companies have agreed to support each other in their request for reciprocal setback reliefs, as opposed to one company operating a line well in
Oh, you fucker, I don't believe it.
Are you aware if they have requested such relief?
Not specifically. I am aware that they're monitoring this, and it is their intention, at least in QEP's case, to come in with a future application to seek similar relief. But whether or not that's been filed, I don't know.
Okay. And Stuart, as far as the gas capture goes, do you have any plans to try to utilize additional gas so you're not being restricted when the end of September comes?
When you say utilize gas,
Utilize some of your flared gas so your percent capture meets the threshold of what the commission is requiring.
we're, in this area here, we're expecting that we're gonna be meeting our required gas capture percentage.
Okay.
We do have, this is the area where we have the processing unit, the wellhead processing unit that I mentioned earlier.
Okay, but looking at M2, it's going to be out into November before you get to the point where you have enough capacity to take all the gas, right?
That's correct.
And I assume that you're gonna try to qualify for a statewide exemptions to produce it at MER rather than field by field.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that'll conclude our hearing for case 22519. Next case